Hello, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for the 15th through the 21st of December. We're going to do love and then we're going to do career. It's career / money. I know not everyone has a career, so anything to do with money. I'm going to timestamp for that in the description box. I'm just going to call it career though, okay? But it's not only career. It's any kind of situation going on with money. So I'm going to do a spread for you, and then we're going to clear that, do a spread for an energy that you're dealing with. We're going to pull a bunch of cards, and then we'll go into career. I hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Lots of nutty energies going on, right, Gemini? We know. So we have you guys had the eclipse here in this between the 7th and the 1st house axis, right? Because you guys are the North Node right now. So there could have been a release or some sort of situation going on with either a relationship or some sort of work situation, somebody who you have a shared soul connection with. But then something sort of coming in that is replaced that really does help to establish a sense of self. So I feel like that was something that has been working for you. Good. We have free from judgment, free to love. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a great energy as well. It's particularly because the great conjunction for Gemini risings anyway is going to be happening in that 9th house. And I'm really saying, those of you who watched the video, thank you for watching that if you didn't catch it, but definitely check it out. The 9th house, really, Gemini, I just feel like because you guys are the North Node, this is going to be sort of like really coming into your own kind of period for sure. Over the next 2 years, it's going to end up impacting the trajectory of the next 20 years. So I love this free from judgment, free to love, since the 9th house is all about your belief system, right? It has to do with your moral code, your moral compass. So you may, within your relationships, find that you're handling things differently. And so, well, first of all, for some of you getting this, if you've been asking life for a solution to a specific difficulty that you've been having, this comes with a message that the solution is in gestation right now, that the situation is already being sorted out, and the resolution is going to come to fruition soon. So you just have to be a little patient, right, for the birth of that resolution. Now, additionally, a lot of you guys may be in a space where in relationship you're loving differently, or you're at least recognizing that you need to love differently. And what I mean by that, particularly with this, is you're going to be releasing a lot of, first of all, self-judgment, judgment of others in a way, and you say, oh, what are you talking about? I'm a Gemini, I'm easy breezy, right? Yeah, but Gemini's in relationship, and I've often referenced this in my videos, they do very much require very much a Renaissance energy, right? Where it's like you want to be attracted, you want them to be interesting, you want to be interested in them, you want to be able to do different things, because it's very easy for Gemini energy to get bored. And I know that sounds messed up, but there's so many things interesting to a Gemini energy. And it's not rooted in malice. It's, you can't help it, right? It's just so many things are interesting. So this is going to be loving differently. Now, the thing is this, when we get the free from judgment, free to love energy, you're recognizing that you may be loving differently. It may be highly uncomfortable for you because it's just a different, you may be saying, oh, I have these strong feelings for this person, but this person is so not like what I would normally go for, or this is normally not anything that I would normally put up with in relationship or anything like that. This is a different facet of love that you're experiencing. So if you're in a space of questioning, is this even real? It is real. It's just a different facet, right? Because the way we love, it's not all the same. You know what I mean? Because it always depends on the energy that we're dealing with. So let's pull a wisdom of the oracle, and then we'll get right into pulling the spread to see what's happening from your perspective. Ooh, time to clean it up. Then the thing is with the clean up your yard. Don't worry about what's going on in their backyard. You know what I mean? Or on their side of the street. You can't fix somebody else. This is about focusing on your stuff and what you need to clean up within you for relationship, for just in general. I'm even going to just say this for in general, just because we have that Saturn-Jupiter grand conjunction happening in the 9th house for you guys. So I feel like this is going to just be like a general big cleanup for Geminis. Like, do I believe in that anymore? No. Okay, check by. That's gone, right? Why do I do this? Why do I do that? Why, where do I get in my own way? What do I put up with that I shouldn't? Where am I a little too forgiving? People say a lot of things about Gemini, right? But Geminis are really one of the most forgiving signs. They are. Because Because the truth is, when something happens with a Gemini, you ask them about it a few hours later, they're like, whatever. Does it really matter? You know, with so many things. So many things. Obviously, it depends on what else you have in your chart. You're not only Gemini. Right? And so to that point, definitely check your rising sun, moon sign, and Venus sign if you know your placements to get the fullest message here. So, recent past, we have love. Right now, we have obstacles. The near future, we have some duplicity. Okay. So, when we get the swans, swans, it's the heart. And the heart is the shape of love. It's the shape of peace. Security, serenity. So coming into this energy in the recent past, let's see what we have dealing with here. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords is very intentionally, very strategic, comes in, knows what to say, knows what to do, kind of very in charge kind of energy. Interesting. Then we have the Hierophant energy, which is about honoring the sacred in the relationship. It could indicate marriage here. It also indicates somebody who just understands traditions and conventions and expectations and conforming. I have to tell you though, Gemini, I'm getting somebody who's just coming in and saying, okay, this is how it's going to go. Da, 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 da. You know, very... Which you would say, well, Gemini, you're air, right? So as an air sign, you're like fine with the sword energy coming in and just being very pragmatic about something. You know, this is what's expected. This is what, you know, what we have to do. But then we have the Empress in reverse. So this could indicate dependence on others. It could be, you know, maybe you're dependent on somebody in some way, having to do with finances or having to do with... you know, just feeling very dependent emotionally. Could be that. Dependent on them for, you know, whatever, fill in the blank. This could also indicate there being challenges as far as fertility goes. For those of you who are maybe in a space of trying to get pregnant. This could also indicate limited resources if that's an issue. But there is this idea of lack of growth, right? Because the Empress is the mother of the tarot, and it's like this inability to bring something beyond a certain point in order for it to actually be leveled up or birthed or developed. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're bringing this energy to a certain point and then something is happening here. So we have, this is about obstacles. There's some challenges that are going on here that need to be looked at right now. So let's see. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about a new idea, having clarity on something right now, Gemini. You see something that you haven't been able to see up to this point. You have some sort of new idea and clarity. And that clarity and new idea, though, is inciting some sort of mental conflict, some sort of new conflict within this dynamic. So we have this working with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this could have to do with going into debt, just being really stressed out about money. Money could definitely be a thing here. This could also have to do with somebody being really greedy. You might be dealing with a greedy energy, somebody who's just like, and I'm very careful when I say greed, because we never know where greed comes from, right? It could be because the result of somebody having gone through, you know, extreme struggles in their life having to do with money, and then they get to a space where they finally have it and they're scared it's going to be taken away from them again. But I do get an energy like somebody is very, very concerned about money, or somebody taking their money away from them, and that's somehow playing a part in this energy right now. And you're realizing this, and this is a challenge, okay? I'm getting that very strongly. So we have this working with the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is about harmony, some sort of issue being resolved. So it's almost like you guys sit down and have a conversation about something that's going on. So maybe there's something going on with your partner as far as money goes, regarding maybe a business situation, a divorce settlement, something like that, some sort of investment that they had. And this was definitely a problem, something that you guys need to work through together, and you coming to some sort of resolution. Now, if it had nothing to do with money, because this is a relationship read, Pentacles can also mean mental, physical, and emotional connection. So this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse could simply be somebody who is just cold, who's not very giving emotionally. Do you know what I mean? They're just, you're not, and And this is stressing you out. Like they're just not showing up in the way that you would really like, right? Because it's the holding back of that mental, physical, emotional connection, right? And that, but you guys talking about it, I see you figuring it out here, right now. So I feel like you're in like a pretty okay space, but there are definitely other things that are happening here. Now let's look at the near future. We have the Fox. You can't trust this guy, right? This is a saying one thing and then doing another. This is a two-faced energy. So cross watchers are going to be like, oh, well, that's Gemini, right? I'm just saying, right? But this is somebody who's saying one thing and doing another, but it's like duplicitous. Oh, and there's dishonesty going on here for sure. Seven of Swords, theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away from something, running away from the idea of something, not being on board with something, but giving lip service. You know, feeling one way inside, you know, delivering another message on the outside, right? This is a moon in Aquarius. Moon is, I feel, underneath. Aquarius is different than what I'm actually showing you, right? So we have this working with the Ten of Cups in reverse, okay? So yeah, I mean, this does indicate family trouble. This can indicate broken marriage, broken relationship, the inability for something to mature past a certain point. So this could, so listen, for some of you, this could definitely be where something could be going on with your partner as far as a family situation. An ex, a soon-to-be ex, something with children, something with that, you know, having to do with that. And they may not be telling you the full story. They may not be telling you the whole thing. Yeah. But there's some sort of struggle that's going on here. There's no question. Now, the Six of Pentacles can also mean somebody being in debt. This sort of like one-sided charity situation. This could also be indicative of selfishness or just some struggle that's going on. So I see you dealing with the duplicitous energy, somebody who's dishonest because of something that they're going through, but they're not telling you everything. They're very concerned about what their stuff is. They're very concerned about what's going on their side of the street that they have to clean up, right? But not that I'm saying you have to just simply worry about yourself, but you have to worry about yourself here, Gemini. I mean, you have to just be very aware that somebody, it seems like, is not, even though things seem okay now, somebody is not going to be 100% honest with you. Now, I feel like the lack of honesty, though, is going to be because it's based in fear of them telling you the truth because they're afraid of your reaction. The challenge here for you is like all about a fresh path and a new perspective. This is a Mars energy. Seeing something for really what it is. That's the challenge here. Challenge, Six of Cups in the reverse. The challenge here is Gemini. You may be living in the past here. You may have unrealistic expectations about this situation. Because it seems like somebody's giving you lip service, but they're not walking their talk fully. And it's like you are maybe choosing to not see the red flags a little bit. Like you are intuitively inside of yourself, but you almost like don't even want to say it. We have that. Another challenge here for you is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So you're having trouble with this release, feeling this new hope, feeling lightness. Feeling like you belong in this, like it's the right thing. So you're feeling this weight. There's confusion here. There is this energy of, is this or is this not the right thing for me? And I really am getting this, like, I love that we got the free from judgment, free to love, and the clean it up. I just, you know, we can't ignore the fact that the solar eclipse is happening in your 7th house of partnership, along with the 1st house of marriage, right? Something needs to be released out of there. It doesn't necessarily mean the relationship, although it can be, right? Some of you may be ending relationships at this, you know, during this solar eclipse, which would have just been happening like nowish, right, at the beginning of this energy. But it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could just mean that something needs to be released, looked at, you know, let go of, as far as the way it was. But everybody's got to be on the same page as that. But, you know, challenge here is the Ten of Swords, and you're vibing it. It's like this complete and painful ending, and you hitting the rock bottom of something. It's like you're feeling like, you know what, I just don't think like I can do this anymore. I can't. And this is very painful and very challenging. It's very challenging. But so I feel like there was a lot of emotions going on here. You know, there are many truths happening at once. First of all, you're looking at your own truth and what it is that you want, need, and desire. You're lightening up the level of judgment that you typically incite in relationship, and you're just really looking for fairness right now. And it's in that you're hoping to find something that's going to make you feel a sense of relief within this situation. There's something that you need to look at more closely as the final outcome. You need to look at. You need to really get honest about what it is. Oh, wow. I mean, this is a Gemini and Cancer energy, Gemini. Right? This is the Queen of Cups. This is about having a really honest communication about what you feel you need in order to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. Where do you want to live? Because Cancer is home. You have to have this Gemini conversation. It's Gemini and Cancer. And the Queen of Cups is all about healing and supporting and nurturing. But what does all of that mean? You have to have that conversation. So because it's Gemini and Cancer is home, you have to be really honest. Where do you want to live? Do you want to move out? Do you want to move in? Do you want to sell? Do you want to buy? Something going on with the house? Something going on with the metaphorical Cancer energy of you feeling at home, feeling very grounded, rooted, and safe and secure? What do you need? You have to look at that in a very non-judgmental way. Don't judge yourself. Don't say like, I can't believe I'm thinking like this. I can't believe that, you know, whatever. No. Just be very like true, just authentic with yourself. What else do you have to look at? You have to look at this decision that you absolutely need to make, right? Because it is time to compromise. You need to make a decision here. What is it going to be? You really need to decide. And we have the Devil energy in reverse. We like this better in reverse. This is about recovering, leaving an abusive situation, or at least a situation, if it wasn't abusive, could have been, this person could be fabulous, but they may not be the right energy for you, right? And this is leaving a situation. Really good times ahead. The Devil energy in reverse also is removing the shackles of wherever the imbalance is in the connection so that things could go in a different direction. So we have this idea of you getting to this point where you're having a healthy conversation about what it is that you need to feel safe and secure in this situation, and you have to hold on to that very tight and understand you have to decide on something. But whatever's happening here, there are these shackles are just going to be off of you. Wherever the imbalance has been regarding this connection, it's going to be removed, which is really good. Let's see what's going on their end, according to them. Okay. This is going to be a subjective read having to do with the energy that Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus energies are dealing with. It's a subjective read. Gemini, you might not agree with what I say as being the truth. You have to look at it from their perspective, okay? Because that's what the subjective reads are. Okay. Starting off with the snake. So I feel like in the past they had a hard time trusting you, Gemini. In the past, but they're willing to take a chance with you. So maybe there was something where there was, you know, a lot of verbal arguments. Maybe there was a third party situation. It could just be a lot of discord. It really could just be that saying things were going to be one way, and then, you know, at the 11th hour they changed. You know, that is a snake energy, right? So in the recent past, having to do with this relationship, or they could have been the snake in the past. So maybe you have some kind of history with them. But this is their energy concerning your connection. So we'll talk about the different ways it could show up. Interesting. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody with no follow-through in the past leading up to this. So they could view you as somebody who says they're going to do A, B, and C and there's no follow-through. This could certainly be them, Gemini. No follow-through. Page of Wands in reverse. Wands, whenever we have a Wands energy having to do with a core card in reverse, it could just mean somebody who like cheats, somebody who has a wandering eye. It could certainly be that. It could just be also this energy of immaturity, all right, when it comes to what's necessary to move something forward, right? Just really not being very necessary, not being very mature. So they may be viewing you as being, you know, not really understanding what's necessary to actually move forward. They also might be viewing you in the past as somebody who had a wandering eye, or somebody who was not 100% faithful, right? This could be the situation there. And then we have the Two of Wands, Mars and Aries energy, okay, in the past. So this is them really wanting to actually move forward with you, feeling like you have what they need to move forward with. They just want you to show up, you know, in that space, right? Because they understand it's like there's this need to make a choice. But there's a waiting for results on something. So waiting, they're in this space of maybe they're waiting on the result of something before they've been waiting on the result of something to finalize, or something to finish up, something to go through, waiting for you to say something, waiting for you to call. But whatever it is, there's this idea of making a choice, right? There was this choice that needed to be made in the recent past. But I feel like they didn't really trust you. You know, they didn't trust you. But now they're ready to take a chance. I know a lot of you Geminis are like, what do you mean they didn't trust me? They're the ones. So there could be some deflection going on here, hands down. Okay, just saying, it's a subjective read, but there is this idea, them really right now wanting to take this chance with you, feeling like there's been a lesson learned. So maybe they were the duplicitous one, right? And they learned their lesson, or they feel like you learned a lesson. The hard part is over. That's very much this energy. This is a Saturn energy. It's like the hard part is over. Now we're going to get the Saturnian blessings. This is where they're at right now. But there are two choices that they need to make, and they're trying to weigh options. Options. And we have this working with the Ten of Pentacles, which is this is a good energy. This is about maturing, some maturity. This is about thinking about family and leaving a legacy and accumulating wealth so that you can leave an inheritance to children, or coming together and deepening a commitment, deepening a connection. This is also the one of the Will You Marry Me cards. But there is this choice that they definitely need to make right now, which is interesting. With this Two of Pentacles, they're weighing options about something here. Weighing options. Very interesting. Weighing options as far as how they want to work at something. Because this is a Jupiter and Capricorn energy. And Jupiter expands whatever it's in. Capricorn's all about putting the hard work into something. So now we have in the near future, we have the birds, which indicates communication coming in. This typically comes up for me as far as like social media, having there be positive contact from somebody online, or really it could even be a text message, an email, a phone call. But there being good news coming in. They're feeling good about things. However, we do have the Sun reverse, which is about delayed gratification and this idea of waiting. They might feel temporarily bummed out about something as well. It could be because of the delay in something, right? And it could certainly have something to do. We have this idea of the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is a very stubborn energy. Stubborn energy. They may be dealing with a stubborn energy. Somebody who's lazy, somebody who doesn't want to work. Somebody doesn't want to put the work into the relationship as well. And then we have the Devil reverse, which is about, you know, again, releasing the shackles, recovering from something, and there being better times ahead. So whatever the imbalance was, it's getting figured out. And they're getting that too. You got that. So it's this idea of trying to figure out where the imbalance here is. But there's definitely a delay in being able to move forward in something. So it could have, somebody could be very sort of digging their heels in, Gemini. Maybe they're viewing you as you digging your heels in, but I feel like they're digging their heels into something. There are challenges in being patient, right? The challenges in being patient. The challenge, Page of Cups. Okay, this isn't challenge here is a new love. But it's a page, so it could be a new cycle within a relationship that existed already. Because it's not ace, it's a page. That's right. So that's what that, I mean, that's like, it could be a new level of love, because page, it typically indicates a new like cycle within something. So you could be meeting somebody, this could be a fear. Maybe they're afraid that you're going to meet somebody new, or they're meeting somebody new and they're uncomfortable about it. Or this could be they're being challenged by what's necessary in order to make this relationship work, this iteration of your relationship. So again, maybe you guys were together, you broke up, you're back together again, or you guys have been together, but you were in a weird space, and you're realizing what's necessary for the relationship now to enter this next phase, but they're not sure if they could actually show up in it. Challenge here is greed, financial dependence. This is a challenge for them. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is also about like envy, you know? Envy. And not feeling connected to something. This is their challenge. And their challenge is also the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is about, you know, they're feeling very challenged though in leaving the situation. The challenge here is that they have weak boundaries, right? And this indicates plans stalling out, quitting, but this is their challenge. So things are stalling. There is this idea of delay. There's no question, right? But it's like they can't let it go at the same time. There's something they can't let go of. Now, this could have to do with you. It could have to do with another energy, but it's impacting your relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but the near future, I mean, the final outcome, rather, we have the Labyrinth energy. Labyrinth energy is all about trying different strategies. Let me try this. Nope, that's not working. Let me try this. Nope, that's not working. And it's very interesting that you, in your final outcome, we got the Queen of Cups, and as far as like figuring out what you really, really need. And they got the Queen of Cups in reverse, which is somebody who's very insecure. Gemini, I feel like they're viewing you as being insecure. They're viewing you as being imbalanced in some way. You being smothering in some way. This is what I'm getting. You don't have to agree with that. You don't like, what are you talking about? I'm not that way. But we have this Two of Swords energy as well. Again, time to make a decision, time to compromise for them as well. It's got to be this decision made. It's interesting. Different deck, different spread, but you guys got, you know, in almost the same spot, I believe. It's like you guys have to decide, what are you going to do? Because we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse here. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is like somebody who's deliberately cruel. It's somebody who's rather violent. Somebody who sort of just like loses their stuff as far as like arguing, right? Right, I mean, that is what this is in the reverse. It'd be a lot of manipulation, a lot of saying one thing, doing another. So they could be viewing you as somebody who's trying to manipulate a situation, not being understanding of their situation, feeling like they can't actually give you what it is that you need. They feel like, you know, you're trying to control a situation, be smothering, they're sensing your insecurity about something moving forward, and it's like making them feel uncomfortable. They are trying different strategies. And this is going to be happening in the final outcome. The final outcome for both of you, though, is there needs to be a decision made. because it does seem like everybody's got stuff going on here. Let's get some. Oh, Gemini, is there another energy here for you? You meeting somebody else? Healthy choices, making healthy choices in life and in love. Self-love, self-care, being happier. Oh yeah, you know, I just feel like something just became like way too heavy for you to keep dealing with here. Let's see what we have going on. Oh my, let's see what we have. We have the healthy choices, and we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. This is about, oh no, I'm not doing this anymore. I got to feel lighter. I want to take a break from this nonsense. Just finally saying no. I'm going to put all this on the shelf for a minute. I just want to feel free and easy for a minute, right? We have a heart with a key. Welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. But we have clarifying that. Then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is about a broken marriage, a broken relationship, a broken connection. And then welcoming love and meeting the one. Oh, I feel like you're like crossing the street. Do you guys even know what I mean by that? Like, I feel like you're leaving, at least for now, or at least entertaining another energy. As we have, I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting, win a date. But then we have the Sun of Swords, which is equivalent to the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is chaotic energy, sexual excess, being very impulsive. So this is what I mean. Like, I feel like something might not be going well within the relationship that you're in. And you're just like, I want to feel better, and I'm just going to go and be with somebody else right now. Or this person likes me, so I'm going to give it a shot. And just being impulsive about it. Being impulsive about it. But then we have Palm Tree. And palm tree is a great energy, right? Because it's about stability, security, endurance, flexibility more than anything, right? Think about palm trees in a storm, right? How they blow and they go with the crazy storm, but then they're still standing. And what's necessary for that, for you? Giving and receiving help, being generous. You want a generous energy. Somebody who's willing to give and receive the same way that you are. That's what you need right now. But then we have sunglasses, watching and looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception. Somebody's stalking you online. And then we have this working with the Three of Swords, which is about heartbreak, and this could be divorce or the ending of a relationship, loss, depression, anything like that. But it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be a third party. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. This is Saturn and Libra, so there's some sort of, and Libra's about 7th house of relationships. Saturn's all about challenges and delay and no and struggle. So there being this challenge, this delay, this disappointment. Could even be an energy of betrayal. It can be. It doesn't have to be. It can be, though, in this. But there's pain. There's pain. But something comes to light. Something is being realized here. What is going on, though, with this? You're just like, I want to be something stable, secure, that can go the long haul. And if this isn't it, then I'm going to go and meet this person because I have to take care of myself. Oh my gosh, 10 Pentacles, 6 of Cups, World reversed. We're going to pull another one in the left. So we got the World reversed, which is all about there just is an unfinished lesson here. We have the Lovers in reverse. This is about breakup, divorce, argument, discord, regret, making a bad choice. 10 of Pentacles in the upright is a great energy. Again, we talked about this before. This is like, let's deepen this. Let's get married. Let's move in together. Let's do this, this, this. You know, there's this reconnection energy here, this nostalgia. I'm missing you. This is a reunion energy. Somebody wants to get back. Now, for some of you, you may be getting back with somebody that you were with at once upon a time. That's not completed because there's been a breakup here or divorce. That's going to be for some of you. For others of you, there's going to be a reconnection because there's a lot of regret being felt. There's the fallout of making bad choices, recognizing that there is something that's not completed. And you guys revisiting this to work at it and really put the work in to perhaps get married or deepen the commitment or whatever it is, but mature the commitment, right? Bring it to a space that you feel like it intuitively should be brought to, but because of like these things going on in life, it's just like not happening. All these other, it seems like other things are getting in the way. Now, for some of you, it could just be their fear, their insecurity, something that they can't let go of, something that they can't see within themselves. For others of you, it's just going to be that it's like you guys are just like just trying to fit a circle in a square kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay. All right. Let's go into career for our Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Lots of changes in your career going on, Gemini. Like you are really coming into your own. Those of you who write, I see you guys getting published, starting podcasts, starting channels, starting blogs, getting your work out there, getting into public speaking. Just really, I mean, honestly, over the next 2 years, it's like something, and whatever it is that you're cultivating inside of you, Gemini, you have to let it out. You have to develop it. You have to let that word be written. You have to put that work out there because there's something right behind it. You have to understand, work with this energy, Gemini. You're the north node of the moon right now. You're in a good position energetically, even though you might not feel it. New cycle. So now this could have to do with anything having to do with money. So it doesn't have to be career. It could be anything having to do with a divorce settlement, alimony, child support, an insurance payout, a tax settlement, money from an investment, buying a home, selling a home, kind of thing where you're getting the money from a bank, as far as a mortgage goes. Absolutely anything, right? Having to do with that. Could even have to do with your partner's money, anything like that. But they're, definitely having to do with this idea of money. You coming in this space of having had started a new cycle, right? Because that's what the stalks mean, is a new life. I feel like this was here. It kind of came out together, so I'm just going to put 4 in that row. Look at this, destiny is your final outcome here. 6 of Cups. Devil energy. I don't know if I'm that mad at the devil energy, to be honest with you, when it comes to a work read. Because that's Capricorn and that's the house of career. It's about putting in the work. You might be a little imbalanced, throwing yourself like almost in an unhealthy way into something, but you know what? It's like you have to do it, right? You just got to do it because you have this new outlook, this new direction. Oh my gosh, this is so positive. But let me not get ahead of myself. All right. So we have the King of Cups. In the recent past, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So you may have been in a situation where having anything to do with money. So this could be something to do with career, where you work, your boss. This could have to do with money with a partner, a business partner, a marriage partner. Again, fill in the blank. Emotional manipulation, though, going on here. Definitely. Okay, somebody being rather manipulative in the past. Right, because there was some sort of poverty mindset. Somebody was feeling very vulnerable, very anxious about money. Maybe somebody was bankrupt, going bankrupt, afraid of becoming bankrupt. Right, there's definitely this idea of because they have the strong desire for long-term security, feeling kind of very greedy. So this is just the energy that I feel like you were dealing with. So Gemini, this might have even been you, meaning like because of COVID, because of the wacky world that we're living in right now, you're feeling very sort of protective of your money because we just don't know, right, what's going to end up happening on the other side of all of this. Could certainly be that. Now we have the faith in reverse here. So this is all about you being very focused on your originality, your creativity, and you really not wanting to follow authority in a certain way. This is really like, I want to do my own thing. I want to have my own business. I want to be creative. I want to rule what I end up doing. I want to have more control over a situation. I want to do something my way. So this could be you wanting to maybe go in and renegotiate a contract, or you wanting to do something in a little bit of an unconventional way, having an unconventional approach to how it is that you make money or something to do with money. Right now, currently though, we have this argument going on. Now this could certainly be internal or with somebody out in the 3D, where it's this back and forth, back and forth. That's being clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse, which is about, this is an argument, so there is an argument followed by an argument, okay? But this does indicate a separation and just not being interested in something anymore, deciding to leave something. So this could be you quitting, this could be you getting fired, this could be having an argument over an agreement that was made. So certainly this could be if you are in a space where you're arguing over divorce settlement, alimony, anything having to do with money. But compromise is needed here. There's no question, right? I mean, temperance is about compromise, right? And it's about having integrity too, because this is Sagittarius energy. It's about balance, harmony, being patient, having self-control, being like, okay, everybody take a deep breath, right? We have the Ace of Coins in the reverse working here. So somebody is greedy, very stressed about money. This is a concern about going into debt, or somebody that you're dealing with is very concerned about going into debt. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse though. So what I like about this is something coming to light, and there being an air clearing, okay? So something coming to light. Now, this air clearing could be a couple of things. If somebody was being very dishonest with you, there's almost this punishment where the truth comes out, and let's say you're in a lawsuit, you win the lawsuit. Their punishment is that they have to end up paying. But that ends up amending the situation too in a way where you're happy. So this could indicate a lawsuit going in your favor, okay? For some of you, it could be that. For others of you, it's if you feel like you've been being treated very unfairly in a certain way, there being a sense of realization about that, right? And this air clearing, realization in an attempt to make amends. Okay, but there is this idea of somebody paying the price for something that was unfair, but not in a horrible way, just in a fair way, okay? Think about it like that. Because the Seven of Swords in the upright is very unfair. Very unfair and very manipulative, right? So the other way around, it's the opposite of that. So what do we have in the near future? So we have the cage, we have the key. Something here needs to be understood or looked at. That's right in front of your face. Now, you're either going to choose to ignore it, and it may end up being an issue later on, having to do with money, or you can deal with it right now. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So yeah, we had to have the King of Wands here. Okay, yeah, because the King of Wands is a Cancer and Leo energy. So you have to get very, very clear on what it is that you, first of all, if this has to do with a house, you know, do you want to? So yeah, sorry, there was a little blurb there. So yeah, you have to think about a house, right? Because this is Cancer and Leo, and Cancer is the fourth house of home. So definitely have something to do with buying or selling property, something that needs to be worked out. But this could also be you just getting really honest about yourself and what it is that you want to do, and how much money do you need to feel very safe and secure, first of all, and what do you, and it's very important that you feel very creative right now, Gemini, especially we get the Faith reverse. I just feel like you're all about doing something that you feel very passionate about, whatever that means to you. Definitely something that we need to realize, and I think it's going to be a really good energy for you if you can do that, because then we have this healing and this final feeling of relief on the other side of that. We have the Hermit energy, and the Hermit, you know, you might be feeling very like kind of lonely and very alone. Maybe you're working from home, you feel very alone. You really you're in a space maybe where you feel like you might be repeating some past mistakes, but if it's not that, you could just feel kind of stuck where you know what you want to do, you can taste it. You know how creative you are, you know your talent, you know exactly what you have in your mind's eye for you, but you feel stuck. There's some analysis paralysis going on here. And you want to just be careful of that. That is something that you need to really look at in the near future. Now, and the thing is, I feel like because one of your challenges here is the idea of time. Clocks are ticking. The clocks are ticking, right? And you're also being challenged by the Lover's reverse. So the Lover's reverse. So for some of you, if the financial situation might have to do with a breakup or a divorce, right? The financial situation, and this is your challenge here, arguing about something, there being discord, bad choices being made, right? Having to do with some sort of legal agreement, some sort of investment, something like that. So this is your area of challenge here. We have it working with the Ten of Coins in the reverse, which is about feeling this, obviously worry about money, perhaps being very concerned about foreclosure, there being some sort of family conflict that's impacting your finances right now. Could certainly be that. Or this is like your fear though. You know, and the Ten of Coins is also about maybe you're just very worried about like not being able to leave some sort of maybe you're really worried about your retirement. You're very worried about not being able to leave an inheritance of some sort, or you're having trouble getting an inheritance. Somebody is, being really difficult and you getting your fair share right now. But the thing is, because this is in your challenge and it's the High Priestess, this is telling me that there's something blocking you right now. You're having clouded insight right now. I feel like your challenge here is to kind of bring it down to center and not allow yourself to feel scattered because you're feeling like insecure or concerned about something. Because Gemini, everything is going to be okay. It really is. I do feel like for a lot of you, this can certainly be like because there is a change there's been a change in your personal life that's impacted for many of you just because of that 7th and 1st house eclipse energy. So it could be that, and you get very caught up in like the emotions of the situation, right? But look at this, look at the near future, written in the stars. Beautiful. This is so awesome. We have the 6 of Cups energy. Now, this is an energy of nostalgia and reunion, right? But when it comes to career, this could be you going back to that thing that you wanted to do at one point. Maybe you started writing a book, you started writing music, you started writing that screenplay, you started writing that curriculum, you sort of established the seed of an idea for some sort of podcast or some sort of channel you wanted to start, or some sort of maybe you want to get into like life coaching where you're doing public speaking, anything like that, something that you started in the past. So there's this harkening back to the past with this. For a lot of you, this could be literally just returning to a job that you used to do, that you actually really love, meeting up with people who you used to work with or you used to know, and them inciting this new idea. But whatever it is, it has to do with the past. And again, I'm not mad at the devil energy. I'm just not. I'm not. I mean, yeah, look, this can mean a lot of things, right? Addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession. All of these different things in the outcome. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm not getting it like that. I'm getting it that you're probably going to be entirely imbalanced as you throw yourself into whatever next stages of your life. Now, just be careful there, because imbalance isn't good. But it's going to be, but again, the devil is a Capricorn card. Capricorn's the landlord of the 10th house of career. So I feel like it's going to end up being a really good thing for you. We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse, a new outlook, a new direction in your life. There's an entirely new option within something that you were doing, or a new option altogether. But whatever it is, wherever you're going, it's changing the trajectory of your path. So what is there not to love about that? Beautiful. We have the Sun. We have Sagittarius, which is where the great conjunction is happening for you, right? The 9th house. And we have the 3rd house, which is your house. Yay, we got the whole axis going on here. Sagittarius, Gemini axis. Woohoo! Right, but the sun is all about something being illuminated. You want to make sure you don't allow your ego to get in the way of anything that's going on with money. There is resolution here, guys. So even if you're dealing with some sort of settlement of something, whatever hard work that you're putting into, it's going to end up turning out really, really well. Your eyes are changing. Your belief system is shifting. The way you speak to yourself is different. It's a very interesting energy I'm getting here. And it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, I feel like you guys have been feeling the change for at least the past, at least year, if not more than that. Uranus. Dun, dun, dun. Revolution. This is about breakthroughs, brainstorming, awakening, innovation. Something unexpected coming in. Lightning. Awesome, Gemini. I'm very excited for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.